Let's start with Shabbat Hamalkah, page 128. Hamamerosh ha'ilanot nistalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka. We'll repeat that here. Hamamerosh ha'ilanot Nistalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka Hinehi yoredet hakdosha Shabbat hamalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka Hinehi yoredet hakdosha Hinehi yoredet habrucha Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka Bovanet selikrat Shabbat hamalka.
Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to all of you. It's great to see you at the end of this week. As we all know, the world and the Middle East in particular are burning right now, but we are fortunate enough that we have a lot to celebrate on this Shabbat. Not only the Sabbath itself, which we get to celebrate every week at this time, but also this is the Shabbat weekend of Jordan Massey becoming a bar mitzvah. So even though the main event will be tomorrow morning, Jordan is going to be helping Gordon and I to lead services tonight. And we wish a heartfelt mazal tov to Danya and to Connor and Noah and Ari and all of the family and friends who are gathered here tonight. And I think what we're going to do now is invite you up to light our Shabbat candles. And everyone else can follow on page 120. So Jordan, if you'd come up with your family.
It's all you.
I better get it first try tonight.
Let's see if it's first try.
Better be first try. Oh, that's a weird.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yes, I did it first try.
He does.
This is like one of the first times.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. Jordan, you stay up here with us. And we are going to continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 142, a Shabbat prayer about peace and we all could use a little peace, a lot of peace right now. Page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borchem l'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Kadosh Baruch Hu.
And now that we have invoked the Shabbat angels to sit among us tonight, we continue on page 144, and Jordan is going to lead us in the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkara v'yitkara shemei Rabbah. Be'amad yivrak yirtei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei deko beit Yisrael bagala uv'izman kariv v'imeru amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amei almaya yitbarach Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitfa'ar, v'yitroman, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitale, v'yitalo, shemei dekudesha brichu, le'olam mikol birchata v'shiratach, tushbechata b'nechem ata, damiram b'yoma, v'imeru, amen.
Our call to worship the Baruch Hu is on page 146. If you are able, please rise. Please remain standing and join me in English at the bottom of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And we'll continue together at the bottom of page 150. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Okay, we'll do that.
Adonai echad, Baruch Shem, kevod malchuto, le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 157.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe that we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to the promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
And we continue with Micha Mocha on page 158.
Bye, bye, bim, bam.
Yum bum bum bim bim bye, yabba bye bye bim bum. Yai la 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 la, yabba bye bye bim bum. Yai la 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 la, yabba bye bye bim bum.
Micha mocha, bailim Adonai. Micha mocha, nedar b'kodesh. Norah tehillah dosefela. Norah tehillah dosefela.
Ahalchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'eli anu v'amru.
Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed.
Yum bum
Yum bim bim bye, yada bye bye bim bam. Yum bum yum bim bim bye, yada bye bye bim bam. Yada da 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 da.
yabba bye bye bim bum.
Yada da 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 da. Yada bye bye bim bam.
Please join me at the top of page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
I'd like to invite up the Jordanaires to there or by the podium mics? It depends whether you want to stand next to George or be heard.
He needs to see the lyrics. I should have made a copy. Here. It's okay. I'm gonna hear. Okay, great.
Okay, whenever we're ready.
All right, go ahead, Jordan.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Thank you. We are really putting Jordan and his family to work on this bar mitzvah weekend. And there'll be much more tomorrow for sure. But we're going to turn now to page 164 and continue with the Amidah. And again, if you are able, please rise.
Adonai, open
Sabbatai tiftach ufi.
Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Tzitzinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah.
Shalom Bimrama. Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael.
At this point in our service, we think of those in need of healing on this Shabbat, healing of body, healing of spirit, and healing of heart. And we ask God to bestow the bracha, the blessing of refuah shlema, full and complete healing on the following men and women from our community or those known and loved by our congregation: Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Michelle Camisia, Joshua Hyman, Jesse Friedman, Jim Mates, Brenda Flood, Sharon Blevis, Jerry Mautner, Kirk Whitlatch, David Rabb, Jensen Beach, Aaron Ledden, Geraldine Kokich, Rachel Sadek, Blake Battles, Michaela Cohen, Diane Rado Persole, Rodolfo Gonzalez, Tracy Adams, Joan Wilmert, and Kim Stevens. And if anyone else, either at home or here, has a name that they'd like to add to our list, I invite you to please share that name with us. The Misha Barak prayer is on page 511.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Let's do it a little bit higher right here.
Those in need of healing with
Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos once again, and a special Shabbat Shalom to those of you who are visiting or who I haven't seen in a little while. It's great to have everyone gathered together. Jordan, how is it so far? Not too bad? I told you the Friday night part was easy, right? Tomorrow will be a little harder, but I know you're going to ace it just like your brothers did, and we're really looking forward to tomorrow. But I will be calling you back up again a little bit later in the service. So the Torah portion that Jordan and others here are going to be reading from tomorrow morning is called Va'era, and it's from the book of Exodus, chapters 6 through 9. And it's a very important Torah portion. But in last week's Torah portion, Shemot, which was the very beginning of the book of Exodus, God appears to Moses through a burning bush on Mount Horeb in a very famous scene. And the future leader of the people of Israel is filled with a sense of awe and humility. Moses immediately takes off his sandals and listens intently to what God has to say. And for all those who've seen the movie The Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston, you know that scene very well. God has marked well the plight of the Israelites in Egypt and has heeded their outcry. God is mindful of their sufferings. God will rescue them from their bondage and bring them to a land flowing with milk and honey. But God needs a human surrogate. So God says to Moses, "Come therefore, I will send you to Pharaoh, and you shall free my people, the Israelites, from bondage in Egypt." Can you imagine what an enormous ego trip this must have been for a simple shepherd, a man plucked from obscurity to lead his people in almost messianic fashion from slavery to freedom? Who wouldn't have jumped at the chance for such glory and accolade? But rather than eagerly accepting his special election and privileged status, Moses instead questions God's decision. "Who am I," he asks, "that I should go to Pharaoh and free the Israelites from Egypt?" Moses' response is not unheard of in the Hebrew Bible. The prophet Jonah, who, as most of us know, we read on Yom Kippur afternoon, also resists the divine call to lead, as does the prophet Jeremiah. But there is a key difference. Whereas Jonah and Jeremiah resist the call because they don't want to bear the burden and feeling of isolation that comes with being a prophetic leader, Moses expresses doubt about his own worthiness. When called by God, Moses doesn't question the order, he questions himself. And in this week's Parsha, which Jordan is going to expound on tomorrow morning in a far more erudite and engaging way than I'm doing right now, in the Torah portion tomorrow, God answers Moses' question, "Who am I?" And in doing so, God also addresses his resistance, but in an indirect way. The Torah portion begins, "God spoke to Moses and said to him, 'I am the Eternal. I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as El Shaddai, but I did not make myself known to them by my name, Yud-He, Vav-He.'" And this is what Jordan's going to be talking about tomorrow. God then explains to Moses how this theophany, this profound moment of revelation, is qualitatively different from God's earlier appearances and relationships with the patriarchs. None of them knew God's personal name, Yud-He, Vav-He. None of them interacted with God in such close partnership. None of them ever led their people to the very entrance of the Promised Land. 40 years later, at the conclusion of the Torah, at the end of the book of Deuteronomy, the text makes it clear that Moses was held in special regard by God, unique among the many and varied characters in the Bible. Never again, the text tells us, did there arise in Israel a prophet like Moses, whom the Lord singled out face to face, panim el panim. We don't know exactly what it meant for Moses to know God, panim el panim, face to face. But we can infer that it involved a unique level of intimacy that no one else in the Hebrew Bible ever reached. The biblical patriarchs, for example, might have experienced God. They might have spoken to God and interrelated with God, but none of them ever encountered God's true essence, God's personhood. Only Moses achieves that. In a term that the Jewish theologian Martin Buber would most likely have used, only Moses had an I-thou relationship with the Almighty. When Moses resists the divine call and asks God, "Who am I?" in the famous scene at the burning bush, he expresses a heartfelt and deep humility that serves as a model for all of us who strive for moral and spiritual rectitude. And when God answers him in this week's Torah portion, again, which you'll be hearing tomorrow morning, God implies that it is only someone of such humble character that is worthy of the mantle of leadership, strong enough to liberate the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, and enlightened and evolved to a degree that make an intimate and ultimately successful partnership with God possible. That is only Moses. That is only Moses alone. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. We're going to continue now on page 586 with the Aleinu, and I'd like to ask you to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
It is my honor and privilege now to invite up Board Member Dave Dubrow to share some important announcements with you this evening. Good Shabbos.
Oh, you guys know each other.
Dave gets very nervous when he does this, so this helps him relax.
You're right, it does. I'm like shaking like a leaf up here, buddy, especially when
It's a good technique, Dave.
especially when they give me like 5 pages of announcements.
Yeah.
So, good evening, everybody. Good Shabbos. Tomorrow morning, obviously, Jordan Massey's bar mitzvah service starts at 10:30. Join the Rabbinic Intern Art Grand on Zoom for adult education sessions to heal a fractured world, and boy, do we have to go to that one. The teachings of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs on January 8th at 6 p.m. Register online to receive the link. I had a dream. Ha, ha, ha. Martin Luther King Day is coming on January 15th. CBS will be partnering with the Napa Lutheran Church right down the street. A lot of you remember that we did partner with them during the construction, and they let us use their facilities. Anyway, we're supporting them and trying to help collect diapers of all sizes, baby wipes, for COPE, as well as working with Be Kind. Everybody knows that one here in Napa, to create a decorative rocks of kindness to share around town. So please, don't make it a nightmare. Donate. January 19th, special Shabbat remembering Peggy Dooley and honoring Audrey Lieberstein's 99th birthday, and all January birthdays as well. And if you'd like to assist in the oneg for that night, please contact Ellen Elson. Back to shul time. Religious School, Shorashim, and Coffee and Chat will have their first session back post-winter break on the 21st of this month. The Soul Sisters will be meeting, hey, sister, soul, sister, will be meeting on Tuesday the 16th. Gotta have fun, man. On Tuesday the 16th at 11 o'clock in person to review Everything is Illuminated. And at 6:30 p.m., the first CBS Junior Youth Group program for 6th to 9th graders will start at 6:30 p.m., and the kids will have dinner and play games. Registration is required for each child. If you have any questions, contact Mara. Here you are right there. Runs the religious school. Thanks, Mara. Tu B'Shvat is around the corner on January 25th at 6 p.m. Join the in-person program for repair, refuah, tikkun olam, lessons for healing the world of art conservation with Rosa Lowinger, author of Dwell Time, a member of Art, Exile, and Repair. Registration is also online. Few more. Saturday the 27th, Rabbinic Intern Art Grant for Torah Study at 10:30. Judaism, my fave, is back with John Sable in the kitchen with Mandelbrot, also my fave, at 7 p.m. on January 31st. Who doesn't love good Mandelbrot? February 2nd, mark your calendars for the annual HIAS Refugee Awareness Shabbat in the Round. And finally, February 3rd, register for special performance of the one-woman show, Until Then, by member Leslie Medine, and registration is required. Please use the online form for the calendar. I'd like to give warm wishes for this week's birthdays and anniversary. Happy birthday to David Sulam, Anna Lewis, Mara Sparks, Haley Hollander, Bob Moo, and I hope I said that right, Madya Schmader, Joanne Miller, Lindsay Florsheim, Zahara Lucas, Dominic DePasqua, Bing Blattis, Lisa Court, Jason Lewis, and Ann Persillet. Happy 47th anniversary to Martha and Richard Patsky. Wow. Don't forget to register for January 15th. Mazel tov, Jordan. Mazel tov. You're killing it, brother.
Thank you, Dave.
And thank you, Dave, our new permanent announcements reader.
Yeah, I have to say, we've had a number of people come up over the years to give announcements, but Dave, you win the award for most dynamic and best looking speaker, so thank you. Thank you. One other thing just to add, this Martin Luther King weekend on Sunday at Crosswalk Church at 4 p.m., we're going to be doing an interfaith commemoration of Martin Luther King Day. So if you can make it Sunday at 4, Crosswalk Church. As we near the end of our service, our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We remember those from our community or loved by our community who have passed on during the past year. Fred Goldman, Ann Rapson, Bob Massey, Lucille Posner, Bunny Goldstein, William Bill Lenish, Barbara Cosson, Minnie Shostak, Kevin McCarville, Etta Kessler, Faye Goldstein Glick, Diana Coyne, Peggy Dooley, Eddie Feld, Frankie Block, Joyce Bisberg, Jake Goldstein, David Mendelson, Nancy Jeanette, Alexander Buddy Cohen, Berna Joseph Sherman, Rabbi Lori Phillips, and Pearl Shine. We also remember and honor the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Robert Hollingsworth, Heidi Soldiner, David Cabilio, Alan Rosen, Betty Phyllis Greenstein, Irene Levin, Jean F. Barnes, Yvette L. Levin, Fern Levy, Don Jones, Leonard Cohen, Barry Barish, Marv Cooper, William Eisenberg, Robert L. Novak, Dorothy Scheibner Novak, and Kevin Philip Novak. And if anyone has a name that they'd like to share, I invite you to please do so. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me rabba v'alma divrach hirte v'yamlich malchute v'chayachon v'yomachon uv'chayei decho Beit Yisrael v'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevarach le'alam u'lamei maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May God grant peace to all those in mourning and comfort to all those who are bereaved. And let us all say amen. Please be seated. Before we invite Jordan back up to the bima for the Kiddush and Motzi, Gordon is going to lead us in a final song.
Page 645 at the bottom. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Okay, I don't know if people are hearing the harmony, so we got to do it again. Okay, so let's play. I'll do quiet. Here we go from the beginning. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisakoy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama.
Jordan, would you come back to the bima? And would everyone else please rise? Now, Jordan, I know that I originally said let's just do the short version, but because you're so knowledgeable and into this stuff, I want you to do the longer version. Do you mind? I think a lot of people here know it, and we haven't done it for a little while, so we're going to do the slightly longer version of the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu. B'Shabbat kadsho v'ahavat b'ratzon nechilanu, zikaron l'maseh b'reishit. Kiyom tehillah mikra kodesh, zecher l'tzion mitzrayim. Ki banu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'olim. V'shabbat kodeshecha, ve'ahava Chatanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim. Okay. Please join us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Great job.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.